Hello, beautiful people. It's a girl Jeannie and it's Jeannie Signatures. So I welcome you to my channel. So today I'll be making a very simple tutorial, beginner friendly tutorial. This was like the inspiration, but I'm not making a turtle neckline. I'm just going to be making the neckline to be a round neckline. That is what my client requested. So a flare gown with cuts together half length. That was the inspiration, and this is what I made. Like I said, my client did not want hers to have turtle neck. She just wanted a round neckline. So if this is what you're interested in, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. I already have detailed tutorial on how to cut a flare. I cut it on a 360 flare, 360 degrees flare. So the main emphasis will be on the upper part, which is very, very easy. This tutorial, like I said, is meant for our beginners. So if you're a beginner and you like this and you want to know how I made this, please sit back, relax, and let's get over to the cutting table. So thank you to all my amazing subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You can see that my voice is getting clearer. Yeah, I'm getting back. So let's go over to the cotton. So I folded my fabric into two, that is both the front and the back. I'll be cutting them at the same time. So the longer part is the one that we're having a zipper that is for the back. So in order for you to determine the volume of what you have on fold, you need to take from the middle part of your neckline to where you want your sleeve to get to, or alternatively, just get your shoulder divided by two and then you get your sleeve length. It all boils down to the same thing. So having done that, I'll go ahead and slant my shoulders by 1.5 inches. And then for the neck width, I'll be making use of 3 inches. So I'm slanting that, as you can see. So for my hand sleeve opening, I'll be coming down by 10 inches. Now, this is really not sacrosanct. Like, this is not the main, like, that's 10, it must be 10. No, you may come down by 8, you may come down by 9. So just do well to take your own round sleeve measurement so that you can determine that. Now, for the neck depth for the back, I made use of 1 inch. And then for the neck depth for the front, remember it's not going to be a turtle neckline. I'll be coming down by 5.5 inches for the neck depth. Remember the neck width is 3 inches and then the neck depth is 5.5 inches. So I'm connecting that as you can see me do. So I'll go over to the waist area. Just divide your waist by 4 and then you're going to be imputing that. Now, if you want to impute your waist measurement, make sure that you're imputing it from that one in the front. Don't calculate it with the zipper allowance. You know, that is a zipper allowance. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So just slant it down like so from your sleeve opening and then come down to the length. So now I'll cut out the neck line for the back and then I'll come and then cut out this side as well. So you can see what we have now. So I'll go ahead and cut out the shoulder slope. When cutting down the shoulder slope, ensure you add half an inch to join it on the shoulders, like so. And then I'll remove the back so that I'll be able to cut out the neck depth for the front. So if you've watched up to this level, please kindly hit on the subscribe button, kindly like, kindly share. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome to join the Genius Signatures family. We highly welcome you. So all you need to do is to just click on the notification icon after subscribing and you'll be getting notified anytime I put up a new video. So I went in by half an inch from the waistline and then slanted it upwards like that. All this is in a bid to avoid bulginess of the zipper. So I'll come down to the waist area also and then slanting half an inch as well. All this, when perfectly done, makes the zipper bulginess at the back to be reduced. So you can see the way the front is, as you can see. So if you like, you can make use of facings or whatever. But I'll be making use of the bias. You know, I always advise you should use facings because they make works neater. But by the time I finished cutting out this fabric, I didn't have excess for me to use as facings. So that was why I made use of a bias. So in order to cut the flare part, I'm just going to be folding my fabric in a bias form diagonally so that I'll get my flare. So I'm going to be cutting these on a full folding. So it's not really 360. This is like about a 180, and I'll cut the front and back separately. So by the time you join the front and the back, it's going to be giving you a 360. So I'll cut 180 for the front and 180 for the back. So basically what I'm doing after folding this now is to get my waist measurement, that is divided by 4, plus my sewing allowances. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. Divide your waist measurement plus your sewing allowances by 3.14. Okay, so whatever you get divided by 3.14 is what you're going to be marking on that waist area to give you the perfect waist line. Divide your waist measurement by 3.14, and then you add your sewing allowances, or you can add your sewing allowances and then divide. It all boils down to the same thing. So after doing that, you're going to be getting the length of the gown. In order for you to determine the length of the skirt, you need to deduct your full length minus half length. So whatever you have left is going to be the length of for the gown to make up for the length of the gown. And then you add your sewing allowances. So you'll be rotating this and then you get your full circle length. So I already have a detailed tutorial on how to go about this. So if you feel this is not well explained or it's not explicit enough, please kindly do well to check that out on my channel. You can see that the camera is really not capturing this very well because of the angle. So like I said, I already have detailed tutorials on how to go about that. And I made use of another camera that day I was shooting this. So I didn't really like the way the camera was behaving. You can see the way it's behaving, like as if it's in a slow motion mode. I don't know. I didn't really like it. So please just kindly manage the tutorial like that. So that's me getting the length all the way around. So I'll go ahead and cut this out. So you can see me cutting it out. So I'll shift it up so that I'll be able to cut out the waist area. I really didn't like the way this thing was just doing like this, but I just had no choice because I've already done the tutorial like that before I saw the video. So please kindly manage that. Like I said, you can just check out my channel to see how this was done. I've done 360, I've done 180 degrees. So please kindly do well to check that out. So all you need to do if you want to cut out the back is to just place the front on the back like that and then add your zipper allowance of 1 inch and then cut out exactly. So that's basically what I did here. Just add your 1 inch zipper allowance and then cut out exactly the same thing. So I'm slitting the zipper allowance open. So I'll be going over to join the front to the back and the back to the front. Use my bias to close out everything, and then I'll be back to show you how it looked. So I've gone ahead to do that. As you can see, I've used my bias to turn the neckline. I've gone ahead to attach my zipper. And then, for this kind of tutorial, if you notice there was no darts. Why? Because in flare you don't need darts, because and cut together you don't need darts. It's going to be fitted and it's going to be looking nice, so you don't really need that for all that. So I've joined the upper part to the lower part for the front, and then the back as well. The zipper has been done, so you can see that this is almost 90% done. So the next thing to do now is to just right sides facing each other. I'll fix my pockets because it's going to be having side seam pockets. Fix it at the waist area. You come down by half an inch from your waist, fix it, and then you're good to go. So this is how our beautiful gown came out looking. So you can see how beautiful it looks. You fold the hem and then you fold your sleeves, and then this is the end of the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tutorial. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, kindly hit share, kindly like, kindly subscribe. Subscription is totally free. You don't need to pay for that. Thank you all and God bless you. And like I always say, this is Genie Signatures and I'll be signing out. Thank you all and God bless you. See you all in my next tutorial. Ciao. Kisses. Bye.